My beloved child, the moment they realized who you truly are, something inside their chest didn't just tighten, it broke open like a secret vault they were never prepared to face. They thought they had time. They thought you would stay within the version of you they had created in their mind, small, predictable, reachable. But today, their heart is beating in a way that feels like punishment, because they finally discovered the truth that was always standing right in front of them. You were never ordinary, never replaceable, never just a chapter. You were the entire story they didn't know how to read. And now, the weight of that truth is sitting on their chest like a regret they cannot breathe through. Your presence, your silence, your distance, everything is echoing inside their ribs. They keep replaying every moment they underestimated you, every time they took your love lightly, every memory where they thought you needed them more than they needed you. But destiny flipped the script today, and the shock hit them harder than any heartbreak could. They found out who you truly are. Not the image they painted, not the version they convinced themselves of, but the truth that terrifies them now: you were the blessing disguised as a person they didn't know how to hold. And that realization is suffocating them from the inside. Another pulse hits their chest every time your name crosses their mind. Not because they are angry. Not because they are confused. But because they finally understood the one thing their ego had been protecting them from: you were the one they were meant to rise for, not run from. Everything they tried to ignore is flashing before them like a revelation that cannot be unseen. They know now that losing access to you wasn't a temporary silence, it was the moment destiny whispered, "This is your consequence." Their heartbeat is racing because their soul is shaking, and for the first time, they're not sure if they have the strength to stand upright under the truth. Tonight, they sat on the edge of their bed with their hand on their chest, whispering your name like a prayer that returned to them as thunder. They now understand why nothing with anyone else ever felt right, why their peace disappeared the moment you walked away, why their mind hasn't rested since the last moment they saw you. It's because you were their alignment, their destiny, their breakthrough. And realizing this too late has wrapped their entire heart in a pain so sharp, it feels like it's carving your absence into their bones. They thought your distance was temporary until they learned exactly who you are: someone destiny protects, someone fate elevates, someone they should have fought for when they still had the chance. And now, as they breathe unevenly, one truth keeps burning through their chest like fire. They are suffering because the universe has revealed the identity they were too blind to see: you are the soul they were destined to love, respect, cherish, and protect, but they treated you like an option. Their chest hurts because their spirit knows what their mind denied: you were the answer to everything they were praying for. And losing you wasn't an accident, it was the consequence of failing to recognize your worth before destiny removed you from their hands forever. My beloved child, something extraordinary is happening behind the scenes, and the one who once thought they could live without you is now trembling under the truth they never expected to face. The moment they learned who you truly are, it didn't just shake their mind, it shattered the illusion they had been hiding behind. Their chest tightens every time they breathe because each breath reminds them of the one thing they cannot escape anymore. You were their destiny in human form, and they broke their alignment by pushing you away. Now, every heartbeat is a reminder of the mistake they can't undo, the chance they can't rewind, and the love they can't replace. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal next is something they never wanted anyone to know. When they discovered your truth, it hit them harder than any confrontation, any argument, any goodbye. It hit them where it hurts most, their spirit. They realized your silence wasn't distance, it was protection. Your absence wasn't punishment, it was evolution. And now they are sitting alone, scrolling through old messages, searching for a sign that they haven't completely lost what the universe gave them. But deep down, the fear pressing against their ribs tells them the truth: they waited too long to understand your value. In the late hours of the night, they whisper words you will never hear, words filled with regret and longing. They clutch their chest because the pain feels physical, as if destiny itself is reminding them of every moment they dismissed your worth. They now understand something powerful: you were not the one who needed proof, they were the one who needed awakening. And this awakening came like lightning, too sudden, too strong, too undeniable. Their heart is struggling to keep up with the truth their soul already recognized, and that conflict is tearing them apart from the inside. There is a moment they will never forget, when someone told them something about you that froze their entire world. The way people speak your name has changed. The way energy shifts when you enter a space has changed. The way destiny protects you has changed. They finally learned that you are rising, transforming, stepping into a version of yourself that even they never believed possible. And that realization has turned their regret into a storm. They cannot breathe properly because now they know you are becoming the person they always needed but didn't know how to treasure. And nothing hurts more than knowing they might not be written in your future chapters. Stay with me, because things are about to get even more intense. Their chest pain isn't just emotional, it's the weight of 1,000 unspoken apologies, 1,000 missed opportunities, 1,000 moments where they should have chosen you but didn't. Now, as they watch you grow into the truth of who you are, they feel something collapsing within them. Not out of jealousy. Not out of anger. But out of pure, soul-deep realization that they lost something rare, something divine, something they may never find again. The universe has made the truth clear, and their heart is paying the price. My beloved child, their world has begun to collapse in ways they never imagined, and every collapse leads back to one truth. You were the turning point their destiny offered, and they didn't know how to hold it. The moment they uncovered who you truly are, the pain didn't stay in their chest, it spread like a shockwave through their entire life. They can't eat without feeling your absence. They can't sleep without hearing your name echoing in the quiet. They can't move through their day without being reminded of the truth they fought so hard to avoid. You were the blessing they mishandled, the miracle they misjudged, the soul they lost while chasing shadows. Something inside them is breaking, and it's not because you walked away, it's because they finally understand why destiny lifted you out of their hands. They now see the depth you carried, the strength you hid, the light they took for granted. And every heartbeat hits like a warning: you won't get another chance at this. Their chest tightens because the universe is mirroring their mistake back at them. Their body responds to what their spirit already knows: your truth is too powerful to ever be ignored again. There's a moment from your past that keeps replaying in their mind, a small moment that meant nothing to them then but means everything now. The way you looked at them with sincerity. The way you showed up when no one else did. The way you protected their heart even while yours was breaking. They realize now that you were loving them from a place they couldn't reach, couldn't understand, couldn't appreciate at the time. And that realization has become a wound they cannot escape, a pressure inside their chest that refuses to let go. Someone recently told them something about you that left them stunned. They didn't just learn who you are, they learned who you are becoming, and that truth hit them like lightning. You are stepping into a phase of your life where your value is no longer hidden, where your presence is no longer overlooked, where your energy is no longer dismissed. You are becoming the person they always needed but didn't have the maturity to honor. And the weight of realizing this too late is suffocating them. They can't believe the same soul they underestimated is now the soul everyone else is drawn toward. They don't know how to process this version of you. The version that doesn't wait, doesn't chase, doesn't shrink for anyone. The version destiny is elevating while they stand still, breathless, watching you rise higher than their imagination ever allowed. Their chest pain is the result of awakening too late, loving too late, understanding too late. And as they watch your truth unfold, their heart whispers the one thing they never said when it mattered: you were the one. But now the universe has placed distance between you, and that distance is choking them with every breath they take. My beloved child, the truth is hitting them harder tonight than it ever has before, and the pressure in their chest keeps rising because every revelation about you is dismantling the walls they built to survive without you. They finally understand that you were never just a person crossing their path, you were the shift destiny sent to transform their entire life. And now that they know who you truly are, their heart feels too small to hold the magnitude of that truth. They keep placing their hand over their chest, trying to calm the storm inside, but nothing helps because the realization is too big, too powerful, too late. And as they struggle to breathe through the weight of everything they ignored, one thought keeps pulsing through them like lightning: how did I ever let someone like you slip away? Your silence is louder than any words you could speak. It stretches across their days, haunts their nights, and wraps itself around every heartbeat. They scroll through memories, hoping to find a version of you that still belongs to them, but what they see instead is the version of you the world is recognizing now: strong, rising, chosen. And the fear gripping their chest is the fear of watching you become everything they once dreamed of standing beside but never worked hard enough to deserve. Before this story continues, take a moment to stay with this message, share it if it resonates deeply, and keep watching, because the next truth will shake you even more. Someone recently spoke about you in a room they were never supposed to hear from, and the words crashed into them like a tidal wave. They heard about your growth, your glow, the opportunities forming around you, the way people admire you now, the way life is aligning for you in ways even they never expected. And instead of feeling happy, prideful, or hopeful, their chest began to burn with a pain they couldn't hide. Because now they've seen with their own eyes what destiny had been trying to show them all along: you were never becoming special, you always were. They just weren't ready to see it. Every missed chance is now a wound. Every moment they hesitated is now a scar. Every time they thought you would wait is now a weight they can no longer carry. They tried distracting themselves, burying the truth under work, noise, conversations, anything to escape the reality that chases them through every room. But no matter where they go, the same thought hits them again and again: everyone sees your worth except the one who needed to see it first. Their heart races whenever someone mentions your name because your transformation is undeniable, unstoppable, unrepeatable. They fear the world will embrace you faster than they can apologize, that someone else will value you in the way they should have from the very beginning. And with every passing day, the ache in their chest grows stronger, because the universe is revealing a truth that leaves them helpless. You are rising beyond their reach. Before this moment ends, hold on to this message, let it stay with you, and if it struck your heart, share it forward, because the next part of this truth is going to pierce even deeper. Their chest pain is not physical, it's destiny pressing down on them with the weight of everything they failed to appreciate. They now understand why nothing feels right, why every path seems heavy, why their heart refuses to settle. It's because their soul knows what their mind denied. You were the alignment they prayed for but never honored. And now, as you step into your power, they are being forced to witness the beauty they weren't brave enough to cherish before fate removed you from their hands forever. My beloved child, tonight their soul is trembling in a way they can no longer hide, because the truth about you isn't just echoing in their mind anymore, it's shaking the very foundation of their spirit. The chest pain they're feeling isn't about the past, and it isn't about losing you. It's about the moment they finally understood who you are, what you carry, and why your absence has turned their entire world cold. They didn't just lose a person, they lost a divine connection, a once-in-a-lifetime energy, a destiny-crafted bond that the universe rarely writes twice. And now, every breath they take feels like a punishment for not recognizing the miracle standing right in front of them. They look at themselves in the mirror and don't see the person they used to be. They see someone haunted by regret, someone who realized too late that the universe had placed something extraordinary in their hands, and they weren't ready to hold it. Their chest tightens because they can't escape the truth anymore. Your glow wasn't ordinary, your love wasn't temporary, and your presence wasn't replaceable. The moment they learned what destiny has planned for you, their entire body reacted, because deep inside, they know they should have been by your side for the journey you're stepping into now. Instead, they're forced to watch from a distance as you rise into the version of yourself that terrifies them with its brilliance. They are living with a fear they don't talk about, a fear that someone else will recognize your worth the way they should have from the beginning. They imagine someone standing beside you, matching your energy, supporting your growth, cherishing the heart they mishandled. And that image sends a shock through their chest that leaves them breathless for minutes at a time. They never thought they could lose you permanently. They thought you would always be in reach, always be waiting, always be the one who forgave. But destiny has shifted the energy. You're no longer waiting. You're evolving. And that evolution is breaking them apart in silence. The people around them have noticed the change. They walk differently. They speak less. They zone out in conversations because their mind keeps drifting back to you. Someone recently asked them if they're okay, and they forced a smile, but inside, their chest was burning because nothing feels okay anymore. The truth they discovered about you has rewritten their entire understanding of what they lost. They now know why they always felt drawn to you, why they couldn't forget you even when they tried, why no one else could fill the space you left behind. It's because you weren't just a person, they were connected to your soul. And now that they know the truth, that connection feels like a wound that refuses to heal. In the quiet hours, when the world has gone still, they place their hand over their heart as if trying to calm something wild inside them. But nothing calms it, because the truth of who you are keeps rising like a tidal wave, unstoppable, undeniable, uncontainable. They are suffering, not because they miss you, but because they finally understand the depth of what they were gifted, and the depth of what they lost. And as destiny keeps elevating you, their regret keeps tightening around their chest like a reminder that some truths come only once, and once missed, they never return in the same form again. My beloved child, the universe is confronting them with a truth they can no longer outrun, and that truth is crushing their chest with a weight they never imagined they would feel. The moment they discovered who you truly are, something inside them didn't just break, it collapsed. Their breath catches every time they think of you, because the universe is replaying the same message over and over in their spirit. You were the one they were meant to build with, grow with, rise with. And they let you slip through their fingers. Now, every heartbeat feels like a reminder of the destiny they mishandled and the love they misread. They wake up in the middle of the night with their chest tight, reaching for their phone, tempted to search for your presence anywhere, your name, your picture, your energy, hoping the universe might give them one last glimpse of what they lost. But the more they learn about the person you're becoming, the more the pain intensifies. Because now, they're seeing your truth clearly. You were never the one who needed convincing, they were the one who needed awakening. And that awakening is happening too late to save their heart from the consequences. Their mind keeps replaying the moment someone revealed something about you they were completely unprepared for. They found out about your growth, your inner power, your rising influence, your rising worth, and the way the world is starting to recognize you. Something they should have noticed first. That revelation hit them so hard that for a moment, they couldn't speak. Their chest locked up because they finally understood why they could never replace you, why their spirit never detached from you, why their heart refused to stabilize with anyone else. You weren't meant to be replaced. You were meant to be realized. And they realized you at the very moment the universe pulled you ahead of them. They are terrified now. Terrified not of losing you, because deep down they know that part has already happened. What terrifies them is the idea that someone else will step into the role they were destined for, someone who sees your worth immediately, someone who treats your heart like the treasure it is, someone who matches your energy without hesitation. The thought of another soul standing where they should have stood twists something inside their chest so sharply that they have to pause just to breathe. Their regret is no longer emotional. It has become physical, a force pressing against their ribs every time destiny brings your name to their awareness. But what hurts them most is this. They know that the version of you that exists today is the version they always prayed you would become. The confident you. The rising you. The chosen you. And yet, they aren't beside you to witness it. They aren't the one you call. They aren't the one you trust. They aren't the one who gets access to your inner world anymore. And that truth is suffocating them, because they now understand something destiny tried to show them long ago. You were their blessing, hidden in plain sight. But blessings do not wait forever. Blessings evolve. Blessings ascend. Blessings outgrow those who fail to hold them with care. Tonight, as they lie down with their hand over their heart, they whisper your name into the silence, not because they expect a response, but because saying your name feels like the only thing that keeps their chest from breaking open entirely. Their soul is trembling because they finally see you for who you are, and they finally understand why the universe is no longer giving them space beside you. Their pain is the price of awakening late. Their chest aches because their spirit knows the truth. The one they lost is the one destiny is now lifting higher than their reach. My beloved child, tonight destiny is showing them a version of truth they never imagined they'd have to face, and the pressure in their chest has become almost unbearable. It's not just regret. It's not just longing. It's realization, the kind that arrives like a storm breaking open inside the soul. They finally understand that the universe was never punishing them when it separated you. It was revealing a truth they refused to see. You were operating on a level they were never prepared to meet. And now that they've discovered who you truly are, their heart can't keep up with the weight of everything they ignored, everything they underestimated, everything they lost. They sit alone with their head in their hands, trying to steady their breathing because every inhale feels like it carries your name, and every exhale feels like another reminder of what they failed to cherish. Their chest feels tight because their mind won't stop replaying the signs they missed: your patience, your loyalty, your depth, your power, your quiet strength. They see it all clearly now, in a clarity so sharp it hurts. They understand why the universe guarded you, why destiny kept giving them warnings, why their soul refused to detach even when their ego made choices their heart never agreed with. You were never just a love interest, you were their divine alignment. Someone recently looked them in the eyes and spoke about you with a tone they weren't prepared for: respect, admiration, almost awe. And that moment felt like a blade sliding across their chest, because for the first time, they saw how the world views you now. Evolved. Elevated. Untouchable. They realized they are not the only one who feels drawn to your energy. Not the only one who sees your value. Not the only one who feels the pull of your presence. And the thought of someone else stepping into the place destiny once offered them is tearing them apart from the inside. They are suffering because they know they didn't lose you accidentally, they lost you because they didn't rise when destiny asked them to. They keep checking their phone, wondering if your silence is a test or a goodbye. But they know the truth. Their spirit knows the truth. Your silence is not a punishment. It is the sound of you stepping into your next chapter without looking back. That's why their chest feels heavy. That's why their breath feels shallow. That's why their nights feel endless. You were the calm in their chaos, the anchor in their confusion, the soft truth in their loud world, and now, without you, everything feels misaligned. Their heart is struggling to adjust to a reality where they are no longer part of your unfolding story. There's a moment they will never speak of. A moment today when they whispered into the empty room, "I finally understand who you are." And in that whisper, their chest clenched so tightly that they had to steady themselves against the wall. They finally see your worth. They finally see your purpose. They finally see your destiny unfolding like a prophecy they were too blind to honor. Their suffering isn't random, it is the echo of every moment they failed to protect what the universe placed in their life. They are hurting because they finally understand the truth the universe tried to show them all along. You were not just someone they loved. You were someone they were meant to evolve for, grow with, and rise beside. And now, as destiny carries you upward, their heart is left aching in the space you once filled, knowing they may never again touch the future they were meant to share with you.